Tommy V in Michigan. He was on fire this morning.
Okay, thank you, Tommy V in Michigan. Yes, sir. If you share my prayers.
Tommy V's on. Yeah, we'll jump over there.
Tommy V doing great stuff over there.
Your Honor, I'm gonna log. If this is gonna be a minute, I'm gonna log out and log right back in, probably in about 5 minutes, unless for my other case, if that's okay.
Well, what your other case is which? Because I'm gonna call it now.
Oh, it's spooling, and it is case number.
I got it. It's the Uptown versus.
Yes.
I don't have a sheet for it, but I'm gonna call it now, ma'am. I'm gonna pass your case because we don't have the documents that I need to see. Okay, let's call this one. Let me get out of this.
Last Friday, as well as I went last Wednesday.
Gotta get out of this meeting. Okay.
Okay, got that going. All right, so now we'll go back to this is case number 24044754, Uptown 11 Townhouses versus SEANT Hilliard Spooling. Hope I got that right. Hilliard SPULING.
For the record, Your Honor, Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Delmar Spuling on behalf of Sienta Hilliard Spuling.
All right, and who? You're Delmar?
Yes.
Spuling, and Mr. Spuling, are you an occupant?
Yes. She's in the
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Well, what's your name, ma'am? Okay. She's gone. Okay, Miss Hilliard Spuling, can you tell us your name?
Yes, Sienta Hilliard Spuling.
All right. And so today is the date scheduled for, is this a termination of tenancy matter as well?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Your Honor. Another lease expiration.
All right, so the lease is apparently expired, Mr. Spuling, Ms. Spuling. And so the landlord is simply asking for possession of the premises. Did you have some type of defense as to why they should not have the apartment back since the lease is expired?
They never gave us the option to renew. And even the property manager.
Don't have to. You don't have to give them the option to stay in. You could move and they don't have to renew the lease.
Even if it was before the lease expired?
Sir, once the lease expires, neither one of you are legally obligated to either. So they don't have to give you a new lease. If you stay, you'd be on a month-to-month tenancy, and that would be at whatever the month-to-month rate would be.
We even tried that, but we haven't gotten no response from the corporate office or anything. Like I said, we don't even know why they chose not to.
Your Honor, respectfully, first of all, Mr. Spooling is not a named defendant in this action. But I would just submit to the court, the notice was clear, what the lease is expiring and they're not renewing the lease and they've asked for possession of the property.
Okay, but he still has an opportunity to say what he wants to say. What is it that you'd like to finish saying, Mr. Spielman? Mr. Spielman, can you
We
hear
have,
me?
yes, I can hear you. We've always paid the rent. We've always paid the rent. We've been good tenants. No issues, no problems, no nothing. We were stuck in the unit in the middle of the summer with no working air. We still pay the rent. Our hot water tank has went out along with other numerous issues inside the unit. We still made sure the rent was paid. So to not to say well, we're just going to terminate the lease and we're not going to give you a reason. That's kind of like dismissive and kind of disrespectful when we've been giving money for tenancy. And now we have to uproot our children when we were trying to, give them some stability. And now we have to uproot our children and find somewhere else to go. It just kind of seems unfair and unjust to me. We never said. I'm sorry.
I don't know what their specific reason is for wanting to not renew your lease, but as long as they don't have an illegal basis, they're saying is that the lease has expired. There's not much I can do.
And that's all we were asking for was for a reason. I mean, we were even trying to call the corporate office. We've left voicemails and everything. Even the letter that they sent us, they said, if you have a reason to why you want to stay, we would like to hear it. And even the property manager even said, you guys have always been good tenants. She doesn't even understand why they're not allowing us to renew the lease.
I can't help you either because I don't know, other than the fact that the lease is expired. They want possession of premises. It could be because maybe they want to get in there and renovate the place. I don't know. But unless you know of some basically illegal reason why they're doing it, I can't stop them from doing it. I mean, you could have a trial on that, but there is no defense that I'm hearing. And I don't think Ms. Luckoff can tell you anything more than the lease is expired.
Right.
And let me just say this, it may not make you feel better, Mr. Spielman. You're not the only people that's happened to where they don't know, they've paid the rent, they've been a good tenant, no complaints, and the landlord doesn't want to renew. I've seen it before. So I don't know that helps you, but I've seen this. And I just the way the law is that they can do that. They don't have to release it to you. Just like if you chose, let's just say they thought you were the best tenants in the world and they wanted you to be there. You don't have to renew the lease either. You could say, hey, we want to move someplace else. And you could leave at the end of the lease because there's no contract binding you together anymore. If you understand what I'm saying, sir. So,
now, even before the lease was expired, they said we're not going to.
It doesn't matter when. They could offer it to you before the lease expires. They can offer it to you to renew right when the lease expires, or they can wait and ask you to renew later. The timing of that doesn't much matter. They've chosen not to do it at any point of those times.
Okay.
So, that's unfortunately the way it works. So, Ms. Fueling, since you're the named plaintiff here, do you have anything you'd like to say?
No, he said everything. I just want to know what's your time frame that we have to move out the properties, because we still have to find somewhere for our children to go to. So if you want to know the
Well,
time to clean up.
Usually the statute says the landlord can ask to evict you after 10 days after today, which in this case, it would be because, let's see, where are we? June 4th? It'd be June 14th, Friday. So, but if you needed more time, I might be able to give you a little bit.
Could you give us to the end of the month?
Your Honor, we have not been able to accept rent, so that's unfair to the landlord, and I don't believe there's a legal basis. I don't have a problem if you want to make it, what you gave the other tenants, just to be consistent, the 20th.
Okay. Well, I can, in the court of equity, let me say this, I can do this. I can give a date that's different than the statutory date. Statutory date's the earliest date can be asked. It can be amended. Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you that next weekend. So, we'll make the writ date, June the 21st. So that means that if you're not out that weekend, on that Monday, the 24th, they could come to evict you. So that's about 6 days less than what you want.
Okay.
All right, so, the court will enter, after hearing, a judgment of possession for the plaintiff. And the writ date is going to be June the 21st, 2024. So that would give you the weekend up until the 23rd. So that Monday, the 24th, if you were not fully moved out, they could come in that day and ask to evict you. Okay, any questions?
No.
All right, so we'll get a copy of the judgment out to you as soon as possible, but you know your date that you need to be moved by. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your
Good
Honor.
luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that concludes this matter.